All right, chapter 7 of part 3 of Voyage to La, Lagoda, where actually we he's decided to leave the land and head his way out, Glub Drib, where it's a island of magicians where apparently it's a necromancy is the order of the day, where the great prince, who's the oldest inhabitant of the island, can call up anyone who's lived in history who's died, and he actually allows Gulliver to do this, with the proviso that you can only ask him questions about stuff that happened within the space of when they lived. So yeah, he talks to Caesar and Brutus, finding Brutus to be really, a wonderfully grand, great man. We get Alexander, we get Hannibal, um, stuff like that. What is this? There's a thing of Brutus. Brutus talks about all the people that he actually hangs out um, with he has with was that he was told that his ancestor Junius, Socrates, Epaminondas, Catus the Younger, and Sir Thomas More and himself were perpetually together, a sextumvirate, to which all the ages of the world cannot add a seventh. So that these are, I guess, are the great men that he would like. You always have that question like, oh, who would you like to have a dinner party thing, living or dead? Who would you like to meet at for dinner or for calzones or whatever? And yes, we get all that. I haven't actually even looked at what the notes are on this section in the book. Here, let me pause. Oh yes, I forgot to mention that the sorcerers also have dead people serving them as servants, which they can kind of cast away with a snap of the fingers as well, and they all just dissolve, like as in waking up from a dream. There's definitely a big thing here about how Brutus was viewed as the champion of liberty. Okay, lots of stuff happening. Yes, that Brutus was seen by Swift and many of his contemporaries as a champion of liberty, as a being a tyrannicide, close friend of Julius Caesar, who is nevertheless one of the conspirators who assassinated him when he saw that he was being too thing, and yeah, so there's a big old chapter about this, of like the whole idea of yes, republican virtues that Swift and his guys was thing. Brutus is viewed as champion. Swift invoked Cato and Brutus in a pamphlet attacking the Duke of Marlborough and the former Whig ministry. Cato and Brutus were two most virtuous men in Rome, those excellent men who thought it base to stand neuter where liberties of their countries was at stake, joined heartily on that side which undertook to preserve the laws and constitution against the usurpations of a victorious general whose ambition was bent to overthrow them. So fairly pointed who your heroes are in this, and significant that Sir Thomas More, the author of Utopia, a book that definitely Swift is following. There's a lot of things like voyages into the dead, to the dead and stuff like that is getting evoked in this chapter. But also like Thomas More, saying with Thomas More, martyr for English Roman Catholic Church, executed for refusing to acknowledge Henry VIII as the head of the English Church. Swift described him as, quote, the only man of true virtue that ever England produced. More is the only modern representative in the sextumvirate, or group of six. More, Socrates, Epaminondas, and Cato appear in Swift's list of those who have made great figures in some particular action or circumstance of their lives. So yeah. So we're getting within this book, all the stories, all the choices made are always very pointed, and illuminate the history at the time, and illuminate Swift's attitudes towards his contemporary life and how he's expressing that. All right, I will leave it there. More videos later.